The words that we use have a direct relation to their learning thought process. We're going to put this all together. So break down, go, close the gap. Right before making contact, I buzz my feet based on my hit step, shoot, and rip my way through it. I was really concerned about the game and the way the game was perceived, and me as a head football coach seeing a decline in the numbers of my youth program and the exposure of concussions and the way it was looked at in relation to high school football, and that concerned me.
It first really kind of came across my desk when I started to receive phone calls from parents of youth players, middle school players, essentially going into high school, when mom would call me and say, hey, who's the player safety coach at this high school? And I would scratch my head and I would say, player safety coach, what's that? It sparked my interest.
I think it's important for us to be out in front of some of these things and making sure that we're doing absolutely everything we can to make the game as safe as possible.
I asked Terry Summerfield, who is a coach at one of our local high schools and a master trainer in USA football, to come in and do a presentation for our executive board on Heads Up Football. Our executive board thought the program was excellent.
Heads Up Football is promoting the game of football in every aspect.
So the board said, hey, let's take it to the voting body of the OSAA, the delegate assembly. And in spring of 2015, our delegate assembly voted to adopt Heads Up Football as a requirement at all our member schools.
So here's the steps. Today you've gone through your training. You're going to go back and you're going to communicate with your athletic director on the coaches that you have in your program. Get them the high school certification. Then you'll conduct a coach's clinic. You're going to do the same thing with your parents. I think so many times we assume that because we're coaching these kids, the parents, they're trusting us all the time. But we have to think of it the same way. We can't assume that the kids are going to know anything.
What USA Football is reinforcing is the things we already do, which is positive. But we've also had a number of coaches saying, hey, this is great that we're emphasizing this part of the game. You're not telling me how to do X's and O's, what type of defense to run, what type of offense to run. That's not the role of Heads Up Football. The role of Heads Up Football is to teach those all-player basic fundamentals of blocking and tackling and understanding this development of a continuum. And I think coaches, they buy into that.
If you love the game of football and you love working with kids and you want to do the right thing, USA Football is going to provide you, give you the tools that is going to put an emphasis on the players. Stick and its safety. Finish all the way through.
We think it's the best initiative out there, comprehensive player safety course. I feel extremely comfortable in the fact that we're going to have 241 schools in this association, all of which are Heads Up schools, all of which have player safety coaches, and their coaching staffs have all completed the online requirements to be Heads Up certified.
USA Football, the Heads Up football program, is the right thing to do for any football program. Youth, high school, college, pro, it doesn't matter. It's what's right for the game.